We stand before this gate, Auschwitz, a gate through which Jews were forced into hell, a gate that led millions of Jews to their destruction. And now we cross the same gate, not as they were driven in, but as Jews who walk out upright, confident, unbroken. We begin the 3.5-kilometer march to Birkenau, along a path that echoes the death marches. But this is not a march of death. This is a Jewish act of resilience. We march for the murdered Jews. We march for the slaughtered Jews. We march to pay respect to the righteous among the nations. And with every step, millions of Jewish souls walk beside us, calling to us, do not let us to be forgotten. And today, when anti-Semitism rises again, when Jews are targeted for being Jews, this march is more than memory. It is responsibility. From this gate, we carry forward the memory of the Jewish people, the strength of the Jewish people, and the promise that the Jewish story will continue forever. Am Israel Chai. And now, with the sound of the shofar, the march will begin.
As you see, the march is just departing from Auschwitz. As I mentioned earlier, you just saw the blowing of the shofar, which is a very meaningful ancient Jewish musical ceremony. We're watching Holocaust survivors. We're watching dignitaries. There will be students. They're holding banners. That placard that young man is holding up, they're given out to participants at the very beginning, and they write meaningful messages that they put into the earth on the way as they make their way to Birkenau. You'll see many of those later on that people plan to write along the train tracks. There's the banner, the official banner, International March of the Living, 2026. Here are some of the students who come from around the world to take part. As I mentioned a short time ago, at its core, the International March of the Living is an educational program to educate the third and fourth generation of survivors and the Jewish public about the Holocaust. Again, it's solemn and yet joyous. It's celebrating the continuation of Jewish life. Many people are adorned with the Israeli flag. As we say in Hebrew, Am Yisrael Chai. The Jewish people will live. As we continue, you will see other banners of various groups. Right now, we're looking at a special delegation I will talk about a little bit later. Those were law enforcement officers who come from around the world to participate because they're at the forefront of fighting anti-Semitism and other acts of terror against the Jewish people. A delegation from Brazil. People will be carrying their own national flag, as well as the Israeli flag. We see the United Kingdom. Again, the route that they will take is 3.2 kilometers between the Auschwitz main camp and Birkenau. the same exact route that the prisoners at that time were taking. There's a survivor, obviously. There's more of the placards where people are marking their own special message to leave behind. The vow of never again should there be a Holocaust or an attempted genocide against the Jewish people. For many people, it's very, very emotional and really hard to be here. And yet again, we still have the underlying message of hope. And it's a joyous celebration.